I live and breathe street law because street law literally transformed my life. I came to America from Kingston, Jamaica, where I grew up in a very impoverished neighborhood. I saw a lot of dead bodies by the time I was 14 years old. I saw a lot of guns. I saw a lot of crime. Taking street law in high school made me feel empowered. It gave me a sense that I had rights as a resident in this country, that I had the power to make change, and I could use the law as a tool for my own enjoyment of life.
Street law was started 45 years ago, and it is a program that truly embraces the mission of Georgetown, which is service. We provide an incredible service to our law students by making them better lawyers and better people. We provide an incredible service to the community by helping them to be able to digest complicated legal principles. In the fall, the law students are working with the high school students or the community members to get them engaged in law and legal theory. Those skills are carried over immediately into the spring semester, where they're getting ready to go into the mock trial.
When we did the mock trial, I was required to stand up in front of a large audience and perform. Whatever shyness that I might have had before, street law helped me wipe away. Thus began a journey for me that took me from the streets of Washington and not knowing where my piece of the American dream would come from, to now being a partner in one of the largest law firms in the world.
What I've seen is the transformation really takes place once the student identifies what that weakness is and then uses the tools of the program in order to get better.
The street law experience was transformative. I walked into street law one type of student and I walked out a different type of student. And I see that happening every day with students in high schools across the city that we work with.
It's honestly very intense. You gotta try not to be nervous, but it's kind of hard a little bit. But it's actually really fun, and once you get up there and do your part, you feel a whole bunch of confidence inside.
It really opens your eyes to a whole another perspective of things you could actually do in the world. It made me feel like all my hard work paid off.
I still remember the names of my Georgetown Law School teachers, Dora Kim and Grace Kaufman. They were a good bridge for someone like me to see myself possibly one day becoming a law student and thereby becoming a lawyer. As much as the law students are inspiring the kids are inspirational to the law students as well.
Well, my experience at Georgetown Law, and certainly with street law, was something that actually was the catalyst for me to begin to think about how to serve the people of the District of Columbia more meaningfully, and especially focus on education. The students that couldn't read and write when I was in street law motivated me to focus locally. I was thinking about doing international human rights work where I would go out into the world and try to bring justice. That time I spent in the classroom here in DC made me realize that my talents, my intelligence, my education needed to be spent on work here.
So it's not just about looking at street law as a path to lawyering. It's really just a path to professionalism. It's a path to excellence. It's a path to just being a critical thinker. Our success stories are not just people like me, but there are people out there who took street law and just became a little bit brighter, a little bit smarter, a little bit more critical in their thinking than they were before they took the class.
I'll be forever grateful to Rick Rowe and to Street Law for giving me the foundation to do the work that I'm doing today as the chair of the Committee on Education. And I really appreciate that I was able to recently, with my colleagues, recognize Street Law for their 45-year anniversary, and I hope that they'll continue for another 45 years.